Hi and welcome to this new travelmentary. Today you're going to see a train service in the United States. I'm going to travel with Amtrak Pacific Surfliner from San Diego all the way north to Los Angeles. And I'm doing that in business class. This is our travel path, well, more or less. It illustrates why the train is called Pacific Surfliner. The whole trip takes 2 hours and 51 minutes for an airline distance of roughly 112 miles. The locomotive that you will see in this video is a SC44 from the Siemens Charger family. Okay, so this is Santa Fe Depot, the train station in San Diego where this little adventure begins. You see I have a Wi-Fi connection here, but I'm not sure if Amtrak actually offers one in the station or if it was the network of one of the trains outside. By the way, I actually missed the train that I had booked, but it was possible to take the next one. Why? Because the business class ticket comes with certain perks. For a little bit more than $54 you usually get a better cabin with guaranteed seats as well as ticket flexibility. Wi-Fi is available in all booking classes. Snacks, on the other hand, are part of the business class ticket. And a lounge? No, there simply isn't any here at Santa Fe Depot. I'm about to leave the station building. To my great surprise, there is priority boarding, that's why there are 2 lines. As I'm on my way to the train, you can see an EMD locomotive. Those are no longer in service on that route. In front of us you see 2 hotels and a US Navy facility. And this is the 4,400 horsepower strong successor of the old EMD locomotive. It is made by the German company Siemens in the United States. The SCB-40, which is used by the Brightline train business, is derived from this locomotive. You can see that railway service on my channel as well. Those 2 coaches, the first one here and the following one, were designated as business class coaches. The second carriage caused some confusion. Why did they just paste over the word coach with duct tape? There are even more things that I don't understand about this carriage. Look at the painting right here. Why is it called Polar Express? Maybe you, my viewers, know how this carriage ended up in San Diego. Let's see what it looks like inside.
Coach. Okay. This is business class.
Are you sure? Because the whole car...
The car says coach, yeah.
And it looks like coach.
Euphemistically speaking, it looks rather classic, and some passengers raised their eyebrows because they expected something newer, especially since this was part of the business class section, at least that's what the train attendant said. The following coach, though, is a refurbished one, and it's much more comfortable and looks more business class-like. So let's go there. Here it is, looks much better, right? Now, I could choose any seat here. There is no real reservation system, just what Amtrak calls guaranteed seating. That means you choose from what is there, otherwise the train attendant will assign you a seat. In any case, you don't have to stand, which I think can happen in coach class. With 2 seats on each side, the seat layout looks the same as in coach class to the untrained eye, but I think there is more legroom. The seats appear to be very solid. I mean, look at the massive tray table here. Technically, you could have a good meal here, but I will talk about food a little bit later in the video. For the time being, let me have a look at the seat pocket first, which doesn't reveal much, there's just a safety card in it. There are a lot of instructions on how to leave the train in the event of an emergency. Basically, the leaflet describes 3 ways of doing so. Another valuable travel tip is that you should never enter or exit a moving train. Makes sense, doesn't it? In the meantime, we have reached San Diego's Old Town station with the adjacent bus terminal. The name Old Town already says a lot about this neighborhood. It's the oldest settled area in San Diego. Spanish settlers founded it back in 1769. Then it became Mexican territory and later part of the United States. Back to the features of this train. Wi-Fi is available, but it's not made for streaming. Let me introduce you to the food options. No, there's no such thing as service to the seat. Instead, you have a supply point with snacks in the other carriage. This is what I'm talking about. You can grab some sort of pastry. There's water and orange juice. And they have a snack box full of surprises. I'm going to enjoy these train treats back at my seat, and you're going to see what's actually inside. Okay, I'm back at my base of operations, and now we will have a closer look at those snacks. Let's start with the box. Obviously, it's full of calories in the form of snacks. Eat well, travel often is the slogan here. I mean, there is some variety, and it's good that Amtrak offers at least something. Nevertheless, those crackers and all the other things that you see here can't replace a real meal, and they're probably not what I would call the cornerstone of healthy nutrition. If you want something else, you can buy it here. I think they sell burgers too. Next to that counter, they have those comfortable looking seats. For some reason, I didn't test them though. My seat has limited features. You can recline it a little bit, which is difficult to show from that perspective. Moreover, there are some curtains as well as those power sockets. At this point you see Torrey Pines State Beach. That's roughly 16 miles or 26 kilometers of airline distance from where this trip started. We're approaching the coastline, so you will have a marvelous view to the ocean. The Pacific Surfliner has its name for a reason. That's really beautiful, isn't it? I think the way this railway line was constructed makes it very appealing for tourists like myself. It's very special to see the Pacific Ocean right next to you. A funny thing is that people seem not to be too bothered by the train. Some even have a picnic just next to the rail tracks. Well, here I'm trying the snacks that you have already seen earlier. If you really want to gain weight, you can have the crackers with the processed cheese spread, for example, followed by this sort of pastry, some cookies, and all the other things that Amtrak supplies you with on this trip. The city that we are passing here is called Encinitas. Surfers among you might know it. Anyway, let's continue with the formalities of this trip report, namely the lavatory check. It's quite spacious and it was clean. However, the trash can was kind of loose and moved from its frame. Okay, we are in Oceanside, which is located approximately 35 miles north of San Diego. Again, that's a popular surf spot. There is even a museum, the California Surf Museum, in downtown Oceanside. Now we are in Orange County, more precisely in the city of San Juan Capistrano, roughly 50 miles away from Los Angeles. I'm fascinated by the lighting conditions. I didn't do any color grading here, and yet everything on the footage looks so different that it's just surreal. One more thing I would like to mention is that you can follow me on Instagram as well, under the same name, Travelmentary TV, and I still operate my little blog too. Most importantly, I'd be very happy about your subscription to this channel. I plan to share many more videos, and it would be amazing to see you on my channel again. Here you see Laguna Hills. It became a city in 1991. We're in a densely populated area of California. There's city after city here. And the next one you will see is Irvine. Well, I'm always interested in reading about your travel habits and experiences in the comment section below. So the main question for this video is whether you have a train service that you particularly like. My personal favorites, for example, are the Eurostar and the high-speed trains in Italy. But what are yours?
The Fullerton Station, 5 minutes away. After Fullerton Station, Los Angeles Union Terminal will be the last station stop for this train trip. Fullerton Station, 5 minutes. Los Angeles Union Terminal, 35 minutes away from this point.
You heard it, we are slowly but surely approaching LA, so it's time for me to evaluate this trip. First of all, it's great that there is this train service. You don't necessarily have to fly from San Diego to Los Angeles. However, if you're on a time-sensitive trip, 3 hours on a train versus 1 hour on a plane is a significant difference, even if you have to factor in the hassle at the airport. So concerning this train service, one must differentiate. If you have some time, especially as a tourist, it's certainly a nice way of traveling, and I would say it's a cost-effective trip. But if you're in a hurry, you can only wish for a high-speed train or for a plane ticket. The Onboard product was okay in my opinion, and for me it was certainly a good and memorable trip, but I was traveling for fun. Okay, and here you can catch a glimpse of downtown Los Angeles. We have nearly arrived at Los Angeles Union Station, and next to it there are those massive prisons. This is the Men's Central Jail, one of the largest of its kind in the world. It has seen many different people, some of them are quite famous. Just think about O.J. Simpson. Adjacent to this prison they have another one, the Twin Towers Correctional Facility. Not exactly the Hilton, but actually Paris Hilton was a guest here. Well, enough gossip, it's your turn, my valued viewers, to tell me your opinion about this railway service. Would you consider it when traveling from San Diego to LA, or on any other segment? In case you have any questions, I will try to answer them in the comment section below. Okay, that's it for this time. I hope you enjoyed the video, please smash the like and subscribe buttons, and have a great day wherever you're watching.